Hey guys, it's Mrs. Presnack, and we are going to be doing a project that focuses on highlights and shadows. And along with that, we are going to read the book Snowmen at Night by Carolyn Booner, pictures by Mark Booner. Bet a lot of you have read this book before, but it's a good one. One wintry day, I made a snowman, very round and tall. The next day, when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down, he really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark, off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowmen mothers. Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go on over to the pond to do skating tricks on ice. So hard. There we go. Sometimes they start giggling and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. They gather up their snowballs, the pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowman's biggest thrill. Finally, they're tuckered out and getting sleepy. So they slowly gather up their things, and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked, or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. the end. So like I said, this project is going to focus on highlights and shadows. Today we're just going to be drawing our basic snowmen, but I want to talk about, and I will reference this again probably next week, but for example, this is a great picture to kind of see, there we go, let's see, like right here on the snowman, see how it's lighter than over here, right? This area over here is darker, and this area over here is lighter. Those lighter areas, okay, are considered highlights. And then these darker areas here would be considered shadows, right? A shadow of the snowman. And you can see highlights and shadows on the car. Like this is the car's shadow. This is the highlighted areas from the light. There's highlights where the snow is from the light. Let's see. There's some shadows over here, right, from the snowman, and highlights on the front of it from the light shining. So that's what we're going to be focusing on with this project. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, guys, so I have my paper, I have my pencil, and we are going to start by creating our snowman. So let's start by, at the very bottom, we're not going to have a full circle where it'll kind of go off the paper. So we're going to start at the bottom and draw one circle, draw a medium-sized circle, and then draw one a little bit smaller. Now, it does help if you have a few things that you could use to trace, okay? So maybe I have this container right here that could work for my big circle. It's just finding the right size items for your circles. So a small, a medium, and a large. So I could use that one as my biggest one, or I could find a lid that would fit this right here, and that would be one to use for the big one. And then let's see here. I'm gonna just draw my other ones. Okay, so like that. So if you don't have something to trace, you can just freehand it. If you do have something to trace, it might work better, okay? And we're gonna add our little snowman arms, okay? We're gonna add, we can draw our hat. Now maybe your snowman is gonna have on earmuffs instead, right? Keeping its ears warm, okay? So you get to decide, it's your snowman. Or you can have the arm bent if you'd like. So you can do, right? And then we're gonna add we can draw our nose, our carrot nose, our eyes, and our mouth. And you can use the examples from our Snowmen at Night book to add, or the inspiration from that book, to add other details as well. Now, once we get everything drawn out, maybe you want to add a scarf, right? And we can add more colors later to that. We're just sketching it out now. But maybe you're going to have a scarf on there, maybe you're going to have buttons, right? Once you get everything drawn out, I want you to snap a picture of it, and then next week we're going to add all of our details and talk about those highlights and shadows again and how we're going to create those. Okay? So, have fun drawing your snowman or snow woman and be very creative. It does not have to look exactly like mine or like any of them in the book. Use your imagination, use your creativity, and I cannot wait to see these. Make sure you snap a picture and upload it into Seesaw, and I'll see you guys next week.